It's amazing that at this moment right now, everything that I'm going through, and I'm standing here. I'm just going to tell you because you guys are going to find out anyway. I went through trial ministry yesterday, and apparently I'm not fit to be an elder or pastor in this healing church. Not today, not next year, not the year after that. Not the year after that. Not even 5 years after that. So they tell me I'll never become one in this church. I love this church. And I thought about quitting, giving up. I wasn't going to show up today. But God gave me a series of sermons that I was doing, 3 sermons. Last week, this week, and the last one is going to be on Missionary Sunday. I'm going to honor my commitment. What God has for me. I don't care what the world tells me, but what God has for me. Because every time I try to walk away from ministry, God has beat me and scorned me. So I'm not going to walk away. But there is a place coming to call our house. And it's going to be built from scratch. There's going to be another church and I will be a pastor. It won't be a year from now. It won't be 2 years. Watch what God does and God works. But to get back to business, I got to read this again from the King James Version because we just had some people join us on Facebook, so they need to know we're at. That okay with y'all? 1 Kings chapter 18, verses 18 through 28. And he answered, I have not troubled Israel, but thou art thy father's house. And thee have forsaken the commandments of the Lord, and thou hast followed Balaam. Now therefore send and gather to all Israel to Mount Carmel. And the prophets of Baal 450, and the prophets of the groves, 400. So I'm letting y'all know there's 480 prophets, which eat at Jezebel's table. So Ahab sent unto the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together upon Mount Carmel. And Elijah came, all the people said, how long halt you between two opinions? If the Lord be God, follow him. But if Baal then be God, follow him. And the people answered him not a word. Then Elijah said unto the people, I, even I only, remaining a prophet of the Lord. But Baal promised 450 men. Let them therefore give us 2 bullets. Let them choose 1 bullet for themselves and cut it in pieces. And lay it on wood and put no fire under it. And I will dress the other bullet and lay it on wood and put it no fire under it. And call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord. And the God that answered by fire, let him be God. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you 1 bullet for yourself, and dress this first. For you are many and called on the name of your gods, but put no fire under it. And they took the bullock which was given them. They dressed it and called on the name of Baal from morning even to noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered. And they leaped upon the altar which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah marked them. See, that's why that King James Version is better. Elijah marked them and said, cry loud. He is a God. Either is he talking, is he pursuing? Is he in a journey of preadventure? He's sleeping and must be awakened. And they cried on the Lord and cut themselves. And they mantled with knives and lances to the blood good shot upon them. And God blessings to the readers and hearers of his word. I'm actually going to preach this whole thing. So you get home, you can read the rest of it. But I'm going to go from where we left off last week to verse 49. We're going to have church today. Heavenly Father, I come to you right now, Father. I ask you to remove Britt. Throw Britt away right now, Father. Put me and my issues away right now, Father. Fill me with your spirit and your word right now, Father. Give your people something positive to have hope and talk about right now, Father. Let a spirit fall fresh in this place. God, we feel you already here. But I want everybody to feel you from their heads to the tinkle of their toes, Father. Let them know that you are still God and we no longer waver, Father. Have your way in this place, Father. Have your way. Amen. For such a thing to thought, I said it was Showdown on Mount Carmel. Elijah got tired and got fed up. Elijah left the widow house and met Ahab. He said, no, you know what? God done fed me with ravens. God done had just a little oil and just a little flour. And then took with my faith. God done brought a dead child back to life. So I'm kind of sick of you, Ahab. I'm kind of sick of your prophets. You know, you got 400 prophets of Baal, 450 prophets of Jezebel. Let's have a showdown. I'm going to bring my God. You bring your God and all of y'all. Bring all of y'all. Just show up on top of Mount Carmel. Bring your king. Tell his wife, we're going to have a showdown on Mount Carmel. They came to Mount Carmel, they actually showed up. If you've been praying to God all this time, and your God ain't never showed up, don't show up for a showdown with my God. But they had the nerve to show up. And Elijah said, we got some simple rules. Bring 2 bulls. We're going to make sure it's fair. I'm going to let you pick the bulls. Bring 2 bulls. Matter of fact, pick your bull first. Prepare your altar first. Just don't put no fire, don't cheat. Don't put no fire on your altar. But I'm going to let you pick your bull. Get the best one. Do what God has for you to do. Your God has for you. Whatever he put light and deemed that was good, you pick that bull. They grabbed that bull. They made their altar. They cut up their sacrifice. And the Bible says they began to yell and make great noise. They began to pray to this bull. They prayed to their God and they prayed for a long time. And somewhere in between they said Elijah got bored. Elijah said, hey. Is your guy sleeping? Is your guy out of minutes on his cell phone? Have your guy got too busy that he can't answer 850 of you? What is your guy doing? Matter of fact, I'm going to come look at your bull, and I want to make sure that your bull is even there. I want to know why your God ain't answering you. The people came agitated and said they yelled more. They got louder. They started cutting themselves. And I'm like, Elijah, this is really getting good. When blood started flowing and your God still ain't answering. Maybe you need to put some minutes on your God's phone. Maybe you need to make sure your God wasn't off duty today. Look at his calendar to see if your God is busy. But apparently, Dale never took time to answer. And it said later that day, Elijah got tired of harassing and said, okay, we had enough of this foolishness. He grabbed his bull. He prepared his altar. And then he cut up his sacrifice. And he said, just because y'all know y'all ain't going to believe, I'm going to do y'all a favor. I want to make sure y'all know that my God is real. I want you to know that my God is awesome. I want you to see what I'm about to do. So he said, hey, go get me a bucket of water. Dig me a trench rock. Fill it with water. He said, well, that ain't good enough. I have an amazing God. I trust my God. He said, I need you to soak the wood in water. I want you to know that there's no fire in this place. Matter of fact, go ahead and soak the offering. I'm going to trust my God is that good. And my God is that strong. See, you are still calling him your God, but guess what? Your God still ain't answered. But check this out. Watch this. And Elijah began to pray with a soaked offering, soaked firewood, and a trench filled with water. And he said, my God. And it said fire fell down from heaven. See, when your God answers, and you don't have to get out your whole prayer, all you got to say is, my God. My God, and fire falls from heaven. And the fire is so hot that it burns up the offering. It burns up the soaked wood. It evaporates every water in the trench. That's the almighty God that we serve. And I'm looking at God show out and show up on my phone. And I seen Elijah say, hold up. There was a showdown. So there's a consequences for your loss. Remember I asked you, how long will you wait? Will you serve God this day? Or will you choose Baal? So he had all 850 prophets beheaded. He had their heads cut off. And the rest of the people chose God that day. And Ahab went home to tell his wife. He went to tell his wife the story. And that's when we're going to pick up the sermon next week. That's going to be part 2. But today we got to finish this story. Because some of us have a showdown in our life right now. Some of us got to trust God right now. Some of us need to know God is still real right now. See, somebody has a story that people don't step on you. People don't talk about you. People don't lie on you. But God said, be your altar. Put yourself down as a sacrifice. Call on your God and let him rain down fire in your life. See, they didn't take away my ministry. They can take away my story. But you can't take down the fire God has inside of me. See, because God gave me a vision a long time ago. But I didn't trust God enough. I should have been left to see me church, but I trusted man. But God gave me a vision of a place called Our House. And if you want to know what Our House is, I'm going to introduce you to Our House today. You can see Our House Ministry on Facebook. But what Our House is just a little building that God gave me a vision on. It's a small building with the walls falling in. A small window is missing a couple of windows. The floors is messed up. And again, God gave me 10 people that said they'd go with me into Our House. See, it didn't say Britt's house, Britt's ministry, it said Our House. Because when 1 or 2 or 3 are on the same accord, and God shows up in our house. See, that's the problem in our church today. It is not our house. The church belongs to everybody but us and God. in your house and you're a preacher and you start following God, you have the nerve to stand up and follow God. That you don't want to live like the rest of the world. You don't want to be part of everybody's clique. Mess around and find our house. Because God's going to put some people around you that's going to make you responsible for Christ. Because you're going to have to be right. You're going to have to live life free of sin. You're going to have to live life better and hold yourself accountable before you can hold anybody else accountable. So that's the thing with our house. That God puts some people around you that's going to keep you. They're going to protect you. They're going to pray for you. They're going to lift you up. And when new people come in, they're going to make sure they know the rules of our house. We're not coming in our house with no foolishness. If you got the devil ways, go back to where you came from. But if you want to meet God and be delivered, come into our house. Because a place that has God in it, there should be no hatred. I shouldn't sit next to you and dislike you. I shouldn't leave this place talking about what you had on. Talking about what you were seeking. Talking about how you walked in the church. I don't like your attitude. I don't like the perfume you had on. I don't like your shoes. They were the wrong color, too small or too big. I don't care what you came in to do. I need you to come to our house. See, right now, Rebirth is our house. You want to know why? Because I'm standing here and all of y'all are part of me. And we're going to have church in this place. Nobody's going to sit me down. Nobody's going to shut me up. Because if I had to, I'll preach on King's Island with a bullhorn. If I had to, I'll preach to a graveyard where the flowers will pop up. If I had to, I'll preach to some little wild rabbits running around because they know better than us that God is still good. See, I can trust them because I know they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to be who they're going to be. They ain't playing church. We have a habit of playing church in this place. And as long as you keep playing church, God is not going to bless you. See, when the people attack my character, it's okay because I'm not going to attack yours. Because I serve a mighty God. I don't care if you get the rewards of the wicked. I don't care if God never touches you. Keep elevating, but guess what? Watch me elevate you. See, I want to have a showdown in this place where everybody thought that I was weak, that I've been doing this for 24 years. I've been passed up year after year, and I'm going to be passed up again. But guess what? You won't pass me up next year. And I'm opening the doors of your church. This CME church. I'm going to invite people to join your church. And guess what? A 2 or 3 come. In our house, 45 going to come sooner or later. So the doors of the church are open. And we all sit to our feet. And there's somebody here is saying, I want that fire in my life. That I will trust God. That we're going to know that we got a story to tell. Tell your story. Don't let nobody tell you no. And I actually see that there is no visitors right now. So we're just really standing up because we don't want to call. And I'm going to be thankful. I don't take you visit. She ain't going to church with me. That's what I know my limitations. I ain't crazy. But I'm glad that we had this moment. And I love each and every one of you. But if you're on Facebook or Zoom, we're a phone call away. If you can't call nobody else, call me. 314-313-6068. We'll put you in a place with any pastor, wherever you need to go. This place is still open. I'll be here till the end of the month until they keep me out the door. But we're going to trust God. And we're going to know that we got this place, Rebirth. We got our house, Jameson, Mercy, Lane, whatever church you want to go to. Greater Rising Star, Eastern Star Baptist Church. I'm connected with a lot of places. We got places you can go. We're a phone call away. Amen.